Welcome back to another episode of Moto GP Mac, and today we're going to talk about the qualifying from the Thai Grand Prix. Now, Marco Bezzecchi is on pole from Martin, Bagnaia, Quartararo, Zarco, Bastianini, Miller, Marc Marquez, Marini, Alex Rins, Oliveira, Brad Binder, Aleix Espargaro, Morbidelli, Crutchlow, Fernandez, Vinales, Gardner, Pol Espargaro, Alex Marquez, Gigi Antonio, Nakashima, Darren Binder and Petrucci. Now, Bezzecchi really stole the show towards the end of qualifying on his last lap, and probably I think the second last flying lap to be completed. He was a couple of tenths behind, very small gap, and in the last sector 4, he just blitzed it and took pole. Martin looked really strong, and his pace does look quite good for the race. Bagnaia, I'm a little bit concerned about his pace. He was pole, but obviously Martin and Bezzecchi bumped him down the grid, but I'm not sure on his pace. He was a half a second slower and 0.2 of a second slower in FP4 than Quartararo, so I'm not sure what his race pace is going to be like tomorrow. Quartararo was solid. You know, what he's doing on that Yamaha is absolutely unbelievable, to be fair. And again, he is surrounded by Ducatis. If you look at the top, there's 6 Ducatis in the top 7. Just kind of tells you what is going on. And in the top 10 or in the top 9, there's 7 Ducatis. So I think part of the game plan, and I know Pecco has talked that he doesn't want team orders, but I think if Pecco wins the race, he does want as many Ducatis as possible in between himself and Fabio. Mark did a great race as well. He had to go through Q1 and you know, he did use up a bit of energy, I do think, but also I think he used up his tyres. And on his last qualifying lap, when he was coming out of the last turn, he had a slight issue which no doubt cost him places. I think he would have been in and around 4th or 5th place without that. A very tough day for both the Aprilia boys, and you know, I think the understanding that I now have of it is that the carcass that has been used for the rear tyre is the same carcass that they were using in Austria, and they did struggle especially with rear grip with that carcass. So you know, it's looking a little bit of a pipe dream, I suppose, for Aleix Espargaro to keep his World Championship bid alive, and I think he kind of knew that anyway coming into the weekend, that it was a very long shot. Cal Crutchlow is definitely keeping Morbidelli very honest. Good showing from Rins, and also like a big shout out there for Raul Fernandez out qualifying Vinales, which is not a bad thing, and he is just behind Crutchlow and Morbidelli. Petrucci still bringing up the rear of the field. Look, let's be fair, look, I don't think he was ever really going to get into the top 10 or 15, but you know, it's a good person to have on the bike. But all in all, you know, it was a fairly decent qualifying session. There was a good bit of drama towards the end with people setting fastest laps. Very hard to pick a race winner tomorrow, but if I'm going to my head and I had to pick a race winner, for me it definitely does look like Jorge Martin is going to be one of the men to beat. But I definitely love to know what you thought of qualifying, and also who do you think is going to be the race winner. Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow after the race.